What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. Today I'm going to give you my updated build for Kuva Grattler on the Steel Path. So if you want to see more content like this, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please remember to hit that like button because it's really important for the algorithm. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be notified of all uploads and live streams, and don't forget to join me on my social links, which include links to stuff like Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook Gaming. All of those links are in the description below. Let's get into the video. Alright, so quite a few months ago now, I did my original build for Kuva Grattler, and it did pretty well. And it was a decent build, but I've upgraded it since then with some new mods. So we're running Sabot rounds for 60% plus damage and plus 3 on punch through. We're running Prime Rubido Line Barrel for 187% damage. We're running Critical Focus for 60% critical chance of damage when aiming. We're running Electrified Barrel for 120% electricity. We're running Dual Rounds for 60% multi-shot. Combustion Rounds for 120% heat. Venomous Clip for 120% toxin. And Hollow Bullets for 80% critical damage. So we're rocking mainly with a critical build, but a raw damage build as well. We're running Heat and Corrosion to just completely melt that armor on the Steel Path. And then of course the Radial also does blast damage as well. Now, I do run Sabot rounds on this and Critical Focus because they are both fantastic mods, and I only recently acquired them. I did a build recently for Imperative Vandal on the Steel Path, which used both of these mods as well. These are pretty much, at this point, staple mods for the Steel Path. The old build still works fine, but if you want as much damage as possible, you're definitely going to want these mods. But let's jump into the mission, I'll show you what it can do. Alright, so we're on Steel Path, and as always, I'm using Oxymoko in the Void mainly for two reasons. One, because it is the latest natural point in the Steel Path you're going to go to, and two, Oxymoko in the Void in general has every kind of enemy you kind of want to fight. Ones with health and shields, ones with high armor. So the main crux of this is you're going to want to zoom in whenever you attack, because you can just not zoom in, but the problem is you don't get as much damage. It's still powerful, but it's not as powerful. With Critical Focus in, you want to aim. And when you do, you are really going to be shredding everything. It just sort of nukes everything, because the Heat and Corrosive mix is just instantly melting that armor. And because of that, you're going to be ruining a lot of different things, just ending their day. And because of the explosion radius, you are going to be hitting multiple enemies at the same time, so it just makes it a bit nicer to run through the mission with. The only unfortunate thing with Kuva Grattler in of itself is it doesn't have tons of ammo, which is unfortunate. And there is a cooldown between when you can and can't use the weapon. Like, after you've used it, there is a 5-minute cooldown before you can recall it. But I guess if you're using this with a Necromech, it's fine, because Necromechs can regenerate the ammo. Or if you're playing as Necros or Protea, both of those can regenerate heavy ammo as well with their abilities. If you're wondering how, Protea's Dispensary can drop heavy ammo, and Necros with Despoil can also get it to drop, although with Necros it's a pretty rare drop. So I guess if you're running Protea, you can easily get more ammo drops, but like I said, without running Protea, it's going to be difficult to get those ammo drops, unfortunately. But this is still a great arc gun to run around on the Steel Path with. The cool thing with arc guns is, all you need is the launcher. Once you've got them in a half-decent build, you can basically just start using them on Steel Path. And in fact, it's going to be a lot of earlier players' win conditions on the Steel Path, whilst you're still working on making your normal weapons viable. Because in order to make most weapons viable, you're going to want to use primary arcanes, and to build those up takes a little bit of time. So whilst you're doing that, as long as you've got an arc gun launcher, you can just run with an arc gun with some friends and basically just run through missions and start earning your arcanes as well. Alright, stupid Eximus. Man, Eximus take a while to go down. As you can see, I ran completely out of ammo. So it's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge to you know, use it, but it is still powerful. It's very strong. If you're wondering how it works against the Acolytes, it works absolutely fine. But at this point, I would highly recommend doing Zariman weapons. Zariman weapons are ridiculously optimized for the Steel Path. Like, at the minute, I've got Fenmore, which is a recent build I also did as well, and Fenmore absolutely shreds on the Steel Path. It is ridiculous how strong this weapon is. So I'd highly recommend watching that build. All my build guides are in the playlist, so just check out the playlist. But if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please remember to hit that like button because it's really important for the algorithm. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be notified of all uploads and live streams. And don't forget to join me on my social links, which include links to stuff like Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook Gaming. Please join me on Facebook Gaming because I'm starting to do some streams on there. It'd be great to grow on that platform. And I will see you guys in the next one.